Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Beyond the Sewing Room. I'm Diane. So I hope the beginning of January is going really well for you all, and I hope you're having fun, whatever you're making. So I've completed my first project for me of the year. So I've done some other projects for work, but I've actually managed to fit in some time to make something for myself, and I'm going to be sharing that. Also a little chat on a few plans for the upcoming month. And also a couple of pieces of fabric that I have left over, and I intend to make a few things with those, so I'll share those as well. Now, as you may have seen in my previous video, I did get a tapestry for Christmas, so I've been busy working on that. That's something else that I've been doing. So I've been trying to make sure that I do like an hour a day on it every day, and I have stuck to that. So I try and put something that doesn't require too much concentration on the TV, and then I sit down and do an hour each day, sort of in the evening of that. And I'm enjoying it. It's nice to get on with it, but it is very time consuming. So if you've made anything like this before, you'll know that they don't come together very quickly, and well, they're not meant to, are they? But yeah, I've got sort of a section done, most of a circle on it, and I will share it in the next video how far I've got. But I think it's going to be quite a few months, because obviously I'm not just going to sit down for hours on end on each given day, because it would take up all of my time, and I do have other things to do. So yeah, it's going to be a good few months in the making, as it's quite a big one. So had it been one that was just in a small circle, it would probably be finished next week or something, but it's taking a bit longer than that. So yeah, that's that. So I'll get to the first project which I've made, and that is this dress. I have made it before, and I made it in a sweater knit last time, a light sweater knit. And it was one that I did for work, so it wasn't one that I chose. It was one that I was just sent the fabric, and I made it as a work project. And on that one, I did the short sleeve version. So it's the Belgravia knit dress, this one right here. And you can make it with short sleeves or long sleeves. And this time I'm wearing it today. I've made it with long sleeves. And as we're in winter at the moment in the UK, I wanted something that I could wear through the winter and then into spring as well. And I've also lengthened the one that I've made. So today, the fabric that I'm wearing, I will disclose this. I'm not getting anything for this video, but this is my brand ambassador fabric for the month for Minerva. So what happens is, you'll know if you've followed Minerva or if you've seen brand ambassador posts before, that in return for the fabric, you do a post on Minerva and share some photographs, and then a post about it, about the pattern and the fabric. So I will share the links to this fabric and the links to the site, but just to reiterate again that this video and this channel is all my own work, so I don't get anything for that. I'm just sharing it on here as well, because I've already shared it over on their platform. So just thought I'd get that out of the way. So as you can see, it's a really nice casual dress, but a really beautiful version here in red, which looks more formal. And it has the tie at the front, and you can make it so the tie goes all the way around the dress. What I've done on this one that I've made on this occasion is to lengthen the ties so that they are longer, but I've still only had it tie at the front. And it gives a really nice effect. I'll insert some photographs, of course, of me wearing it, but I like the way it ties because it's got a nice fold here. But at the back, look, it's just plain. But if you want to make it so it ties all the way around, you can. I've added to the bottom of mine, because it's in this knit and it's got quite a lot of stretch, I added about 4 inches to the length, and then I've done a double fold at the bottom, and I've also made the split come down a bit lower on it, because like I said, this is for a cooler mum's make, this one. The last one I made, I did do the short version, but this one I wanted it a little bit longer. So as you'll be able to see from the images that will be popping up while I'm speaking, it's a really nice dress for the cooler months. So I've got it on with tights today, but if you want to make it for the summer months, you can make the shorter version, you can make it with short sleeves and make it in a completely different sort of knit fabric. So this one is a waffle textured knit. As I did say, I will link it in case you're interested. This shade is called Soft Pink. But as you can see, it's a beautiful colour. It looks more like it's heading towards a rust colour, but there is a rust colour available, which is more orange. But I do really like this one. So it's a really nice shade. And I did do a deep hem at the cuff as well. I think because it's got quite a bit of stretch in it, it's better if you do quite a deep hem, and in some places like at the bottom, double it over. It makes it a little bit heavier. So that's the first make for me of the year. Something else I wanted to tell you about is, because I'd already cut that in a short sleeved version last time, I did cut the bottom off the sleeve pieces on that one. I don't always do that, sometimes I just fold it up, but sometimes I cut them off and save them. But for this one, I traced myself a new piece out on this paper, and this paper, you might have got lots of this over the Christmas period, holiday period, and discarded it. And this comes in sort of Amazon packaging, other packaging from other companies. And it's that brown paper that has the sort of serrated parts all the way along it. And it's all scrunched up inside your packets. I think we also get it in the ones when we get a delivery from Holland & Barrett and places like that. And I took to taking it out and folding it all up. And it comes in really handy for tracing off pattern pieces. I do have tracing paper, Swedish tracing paper, but if you're just wanting a small piece and you don't want to cut into that, I think it's good to use this up as well, just so that it's not just getting discarded. So do bear that in mind when you're opening packages. You can open this out and it can be reused for these purposes. So just extra pattern pieces you may need to put in with your patterns if you're doing a different view or version and you want to cut those out separately. So I will just put that in with the pattern now. So just a little tip for you to save a bit of money in the new year. Now, with regards to plans for the coming year, I don't tend to plan it all out a year in advance. I know some people have been doing this, so if you're following different sort of sewing channels or Instagram, you will see that a lot of people are doing the sort of make 9 grid or things like that. I have tried that once before in the past, and I do just find that as the year goes on, things change, your taste may change, other things might come on your radar that you prefer, and if you plan it all out like that, this is just my point of view, of course if you do that, that's fine, but if you plan it all out at the beginning of the year and give yourself this set grid that you've publicly posted and that these are the things that you want to make, I feel personally that you can sometimes then feel like you failed because you haven't made those things, even though it was just a plan that you made for yourself and nobody's holding you to it. So a bit like resolutions really. So I don't tend to decide at the beginning of the year I'm going to make all these things. I might have just a loose idea of things that I might want to make, because sewing is something that I enjoy, and the clothes that we make should be things that we love and things that we want to make. And I don't want to feel like I've made this set plan and now I've got to stick to it no matter what. So even if I sometimes, I do generally make the things that I will say I'm going to be making in future, but every now and then I'll have a look and I'll think, no, do you know what, I've gone off that and this would be a better choice for me. So that will happen sometimes. Now, I recently made, just before Christmas, the Mitchell trousers in this lovely deep wine colour, and I really like those, and I've worn those a few times already, and I've got a big piece left, a really big piece actually, because it was good and wide. So what I'm thinking is a jacket. So I probably won't wear them together because it'll look too much like a suit, and if I was going out somewhere formal that would be really nice, but I don't have many opportunities where I feel like I want to be wearing a suit day to day. So I want to make a jacket, but not a blazer formal style, probably, well, sort of like a blazer. The Harriet maybe from Style Arc, I've made that before in a gabardine, similar colour to this actually. So if you've seen my videos in the past, you might have seen that. But I did do my own style of pocket on the front. So I made my own pocket and I did it to the size or the length on the pattern. I'm thinking I might do that, add a little to it, and again do a pocket, but maybe a different one this time, of my own design. Or I might do the Pilar by Maison Fauve again, because I made that in a pink last year and I really like that one. So maybe a darker one would be nice. So those are two options, and I'm still looking round. I've got other jacket patterns, so that might change again actually. But I'm definitely thinking a jacket because I have enough in it and I really like this fabric, so I don't want to waste that. Well, it won't get wasted, it will get used, but I want to make something nice with that. So that's one idea, a jacket with that fabric, and that is a drill. And then I have a smaller piece of this left over from a project. This is under 1 metre, so I've not got as much, although I do think they go quite well tonally together. Look, they work quite well. So this is a chambray, so just under 1 metre, and then cut out in a strange way at one point because I made a dress with this for a work project, and the piece that I've got left, as sometimes happens, is strangely shaped due to the nature of the pieces that were cut out of it. But I'll still get something out of this top wise, but I've no real idea of what kind of top I want to make with that. But I do want to make a top with it. So that's two things, and that's both, again, I wrote on it what it is, look here, both using up fabrics that I have and trying to make sure that they go together, they go with other things, and also that the things that I will wear. And one more thing that I definitely plan to make is these choke and notch jeans again. Again, I've made these for work, but not for myself. So I have a piece that I think is big enough, but even if it's not, I'm going to get myself a piece to make these with because I think these are really nice. The pair that I made as a sample, they fit really well, and they were a nice length, nice fit, a nice comfortable fit as well. So I definitely want to make a pair for myself for this year. And these are just handy to have, so it's good to have different jeans for yourself. Or I have a dog, so I'm often out walking my dog, and sometimes you wear your jeans and you might walk through the woods and you come back and you've got splatters on yourself. So it's good to have a few pairs, and they're good to take on holiday as well, because we always take our dog on holiday, and that's something that we do all the time. We're out walking, so depending on what the weather and what it's like underfoot, you can get covered in sort of splatters really quickly. And it's good to have a pair to change so that you can put the other pair in the wash, or the other couple of pairs if you're away and you've took a few pairs with you. So yeah, really handy to have, but I think they're quite a stylish looking jeans as well. So yeah, so that's something I'm definitely going to be making. And as I said, I think I've got a piece big enough. If it's not quite big enough and I can't squeeze them out of that one, I will buy some denim specifically for that. So that's just something else that I'm planning on making. So a few plans, but not too many, and quite loose at the moment. And I'm thinking sort of a month or so ahead. I'm not thinking for the whole year, because as it turns to spring, I know what I want to make will change. As the weather starts to get better, you start to feel like you want to wear different things and different colours. And then as it moves into summer, again, you're feeling very differently, aren't you? And I don't think you can tell exactly what you're going to be feeling like making a whole sort of year in advance. So maybe you can, but for me, that's not for me. So let me know what you're up to, let me know what your plans are, and I will be back soon. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.